All right, everyone. Welcome back for another episode of Three Shades of Truth. I am your host, Abby, and I'm here with my co-host,
Kaylee.
And today you just have us two because today we are talking about weddings.
Yes.
And wedding planning, wedding pet peeves, post-wedding depression, all the things wedding. First, I want to start off by saying if you recently got engaged or recently got married, congratulations. It's very exciting and it's a very exciting time. Hopefully, maybe you can learn from us some of the wedding mistakes and just struggles we had with wedding planning. And I think we both had separate experiences as well.
Yeah, so I think we both have good points of views.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Do you have any wedding regrets?
I would say right now my wedding regret is Chad and I didn't do a honeymoon, and I wish that we did, but with me being in school and clinical hours, and I would have been like then a semester behind, and that just wasn't worth it for me.
Yeah.
But that is like so far that's like my one regret, because so many people have been getting married now, and then I just see like they're going somewhere fun and just like still celebrating. I feel like we're still gonna go on a trip in the spring, but you're not on that like high anymore.
Yeah.
So that's like my like one regret that like comes like to mind immediately. Yeah. Do you have any?
So like our honeymoon, I would say along the honeymoon lines, like our honeymoon was great. Like we had a good time, but we were so tired from the wedding. Like the honeymoon just almost didn't feel like long enough. Like normally we'll go on like a week-long vacation and you're like ready to come back.
Yeah.
We were there for a week and I was like, I need like 3 more days.
Yeah.
Because I was just so exhausted. But it was very relaxing and we had like a routine. We'd go take afternoon naps. So it was like very nice to have the honeymoon and to like spend time with him after the wedding. But I would say my wedding regret is not following my gut with wedding planning.
Yeah, go on.
I deep down, really all I wanted from a wedding was to profess our love, I guess you could say it. I feel like he's saying that. I feel really gross. Like I wanted to marry my husband in front of like my best friends and like my immediate family, and vice versa for him too.
Yeah.
And I just feel like our wedding was so big.
It was big.
Like our wedding was very big, and like all I really wanted was to just party.
Yeah.
And we did so many of like the formal wedding things. The only time I really got to enjoy the wedding was getting ready in the morning with my best friends. Like if you are thinking about getting ready on your own or whatever, or if you're not doing like the bridesmaids, like I would still highly recommend like having your girls come get ready with you in the morning, and like just it was so much fun. It put me in such a good mindset.
Too. Yeah, and it just relaxes you, and then you just get to like have like a cut, like maybe like a mimosa or just like bagels or like fruit or something, and just like relax and like chill with like the people that you love like literally the most and want to celebrate with. Even if you don't have like a party, like pick like a couple of your friends, and you don't even have to like get stuff professionally done. Just like get together with somebody.
Together and get ready. It's just fun. It's like it's like
you.
when you were going out to go party like back in the day, like, or whatever.
And just
like
have
it's just fun. So it got me in a really good mindset. So I really enjoyed the getting ready part in the morning, and then I really enjoyed like the 3 hours at the end of the night where I was just fucking tearing up the dance floor. I was tearing it up.
Yes,
but like
you were.
Everything in between, I loved our ceremony, but like if I could do it again, I would have just had a small intimate ceremony with like my best friends, my family, and a very special.
I didn't know this about you.
Yeah, this is like the one thing like I really regret, like not going with my gut. Like, you know, where I really wanted to have it.
Which surprises me because you always go with your gut.
I know. I just felt so much pressure, I guess, from like other people, and like I did honestly originally think I wanted like the big wedding, the big party, but when you get down to like the nitty gritty of it, like how much time are you actually spending doing what you wanted to that day versus like the traditional dances, and like I could have cut some of that stuff out and done things differently, but I was also our first friend to get married.
Yeah, so like you didn't have anybody to go off of.
I had no one to go off of. So I was just like, man, this seems good. Like this seems like, and I did, like I really loved my wedding. Like I don't get me wrong, I loved my wedding. I had a great time.
Yeah, it was
but
beautiful.
if I could do it differently, I would go to Catawba.
Oh my gosh.
I would get married on the deck.
Yeah.
I would get married on the deck.
Yeah.
With small, intimate family and friends. And then I would later on, like, you know, a week later, a month later, whatever, have a big party at my parents' house.
Yeah, like a celebration.
Yeah, and just like
fun.
have a
That could
DJ,
be
dance floor.
Renew your vows, and we can do that.
Well, I feel like 3 years is a little too early to renew.
All right, we'll wait
vows.
2 more to do 5.
I just feel like that's like what I would have really wanted.
Okay.
I don't know. That's like my one regret. Like I wish it would have been smaller and I wouldn't have felt as pressured to meet like the normal standards of like a big wedding.
I get that. I had a big wedding,
Yes.
but I wanted it.
Yeah.
Ever since, like, I've dreamed about my wedding since I was like 7 years old.
Yeah.
And I even like wrote it down on a list. Like, these are going to be my colors. This is like who's in my wedding. Like my songs. Like I'm going to have 450 people invited. And I just have always dreamed of like this Cinderella like wedding. Like I even thought I would have like this huge Cinderella dress too. Like that was like always my thing.
Aww.
And at one point it changed a little bit because my sister had like a smaller wedding and I really loved that. And then when it actually came time and we were planning the wedding, I was like, no, I need to have like we didn't have like a huge wedding, but we invited a lot of people.
Both of our weddings were about like 250.
Yeah. Well, mine was 220.
Mine was 215.
Yeah.
So
and so I felt like it was like what I wanted.
Yeah.
But I could see like how the small intimate wedding is really nice because it is more like private.
Yeah.
And you can enjoy everybody. Like there was a ton of people that I didn't get to talk to at my wedding, which I feel really bad for because they're there for you.
Yeah.
But I also worked so hard and I wanted to enjoy every second of it. So
because majority the girl is doing most of the planning.
Yes.
I mean, my
If not
husband,
all of the planning.
like my husband, you know, there's always one person in the partnership that is taking charge of the planning.
Yes.
And it sure as hell wasn't my husband. Okay.
It wasn't Chad either.
So I just, you work so hard. Like, and we had so much stress planning the wedding.
Yeah.
And one thing I will say, if anyone in your life tries to make your day about them or have certain requests about your day that you do not want, don't do it.
Yeah.
Say no, ignore them. If they get mad, that's
Amen.
on them. Like I will say one thing
not about them.
It's not about them. And if they try to make it about them, fuck them.
Yes.
That's my strong opinion. I don't really care.
I agree with that.
I will say I was very lucky because my parents were so supportive, and whatever we wanted to do, they were like, yeah, we're on board for that. Like, you know, they supported us through the whole thing. They let us have free reign. They were very financially helped us and like never held anything over our heads and like just so supportive. And I think it's because when they were planning their wedding, they did have some pushback from family members, and my dad had to specifically go talk to those family members and be like, you're making my wife miserable. Like, this isn't about you. This is about us and our day. Yeah. So I think that's why like they really just were like, you tell us what you want us to help with, and like we're here to support you and help you and like whatever.
Yeah.
And my mother-in-law was the same way. My father-in-law's on the other hand decided to really try to
just put extra
control
stress on
things
you.
and put extra stress. And like, if you're gonna financially help with the wedding, that's amazing.
Like, do it out of your heart.
Do it out of your heart. That doesn't mean like, if anyone offers financially help with your wedding and then they want something from you, don't take it. It's not worth it because they're gonna hang that over your head for the whole time you're wedding planning and after the wedding planning. Like, it's just not.
It's not okay.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
It's not about you. It's not about your friends being there. That's the other thing that pissed me off.
Yeah.
You don't get to invite all of your friends. I'm sorry. This is my wedding and my husband's wedding.
Did you know any of them?
No.
Okay,
If you're
yeah.
meeting someone for the first time at your wedding, they shouldn't be there.
Even though that happened at my wedding, I agree with it because there was a lot of people that I was like, so it was hard too because I have a very big family. Like my dad's side is just big. My mom's side is smaller, but I'm close with like my third and fourth cousins. Like my godmother, I think, is like my fourth cousin. So I wanted her to be there and like all her siblings because like we grew up together.
Yeah.
So that made my mom's side big. Chad's family, they're not that big.
Yeah.
So then at the end of the day, like we did like let more and more people, but then down the line you're like, okay,
where do we cut it off?
Chad and I, that's why we like sat down and we agreed, and we're like, if like this is where we cut it off.
Yeah.
And that's just what had to happen, because kind of same thing with my wedding is my dad and my stepmom. I feel like it was easier for my dad because my sister got married a couple years ago. So my dad was like, this is what I gave your sister. This is what I'm going to give to you. Like he keeps everything like very equal.
That's how my parents are
too.
So
I sort of knew, like, not expecting it from him, but in the back of my head, I was like, I think my dad will probably give us this much because that's what he did to Gabby and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And same thing with Chad's parents. We went in, like in the money way, it was a little bit more traditional. We like like Chad's parents like did rehearsal dinner and like alcohol. So Chad and I like just, well, Chad being Chad, he had like all of the quotes and like down to like the penny that everything costs. And we were just like going to ask his parents, like, this is what it costs. Like, get like whatever you're comfortable with, because they wanted to give us something.
Yeah.
And they were just like, okay. Like, so they like, there was no like pushback or anything. And Chad and I are so grateful. And everything more, the 4 times more that we paid for, it's because like I wanted it.
Yeah.
So
and if
very
it made you
thankful
happy,
for what they gave us.
yeah. And if it made you happy, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Like we also did it like very traditionally. Like, well, my dad just was like, here, we're giving you this much money. And the amount that he gave us was, honestly, this was dumb of me. My dad was like, we're going to give you X amount of dollars and you can either use it towards your wedding and like, if you want to have a big wedding, we'll do that. Or like, you could use it for like a down payment for the house.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Well, it's me too, because now like, even though I wanted my big wedding, the amount of money that we were like, our parents gave us, I'm like, do you know what we could do with that?
Oh,
and
so
like,
many things.
It's gone.
Gone. 2 seconds gone.
Like literally gone.
Yeah.
It's actually like sad to think about, but also like it was the best day of my life.
Yeah.
That's why it's such like a back and forth.
It is. It's like
you don't know
real,
what to do.
it's really like, it's a very like difficult concept.
It is.
I don't know. I don't really understand 100% why it's so difficult and why. But now looking back on it, I'm like, shit, I should have just taken that money and got it. Like, yeah, like, honestly, like eloped, had a small intimate ceremony, and then had a big party. Like, you can still have a big party.
Yeah.
And anything that is like wedding, like if you're like, oh, I'm getting flowers for my wedding, triples the price.
Yeah, if you say the word wedding, I remember my first, and I understand photography is like at the end of the day, like that's really important. Like looking back at my pictures now, I'm like, they capture all of the moments that like you just don't even realize.
Yeah.
But my first quote was $20,000
for photography.
Yeah, and
did that include videography?
No, it was just photography, and I was like,
no,
I know your worth, but I'm like, I can't do that. So then that was my first quote. So I'm like, is this how much things are? I was like,
$20,000 for photography.
Yes.
Oh no,
so obviously
we
didn't do that.
Yeah, we didn't do
and
that.
Our actual pricing, I mean, I loved our photographer. He was literally
so
amazing.
Fun.
He got on that. He was like literally perfect.
Yeah.
And it was not $20,000.
No,
so I'm so happy I did not do that.
Yeah, we did a
Nor
photography.
could I do that.
Yeah, I mean that's just that's insane.
Yeah.
We did photography and videography, and that is one of the things we spent the most on because we wanted nice pictures.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was like, I think ours was like $8,000. Also, that was like a few years ago, and I know things have just gotten more and more expensive. But I mean, that is something that we like spent more money on and wanted to spend more money on because you're gonna have those are pictures you're gonna have forever.
Yeah. And I even asked, we weren't sure on like videography. Mm-hmm. And I asked like a couple people that had like gotten married, like Chad's cousin and stuff, and they were like, if we could do one thing, we would have gotten a videographer. Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I think photography and videography was $8,500 total. So I didn't think that was that bad. I spent the most on flowers.
Your flowers were gorgeous, though. They were gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved them, and our bouquets were fantastic. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what we spent the most on. I mean, our venue was probably the most.
That stuff.
The venue was the most expensive thing that we.
You know what I was surprised about? Our DJ was the least expensive thing.
Our DJ was not that expensive either.
Well, I feel like he should have been the most. Like the DJ runs the show.
Yeah. If you have a bad DJ, you're fucked.
That ends the wedding.
Yeah.
Like you can't enjoy a wedding if there's a bad DJ, and they do so much. After the ceremony, like the DJ runs the entire show.
Yeah.
Like
they keep everything on track and on time. They do all the announcements. Like they do everything.
Yeah. So I was actually really surprised because we had DJ Nick Duvay, and he's literally the best.
He was a lot of fun.
But like he was like literally so amazing.
Yeah.
So in my head, I would just think that the DJs would be like the most.
Yeah.
Which,
and I had Seatown Entertainment, and I thoroughly enjoyed
They
them.
were really good,
They
too.
were really good.
Yeah.
And they had 2 people there, and they like let me get up there. I'm like throwing
Yeah.
the glow sticks into the crowd. I was like
Yeah.
living my best life, and
Yeah.
they were just letting me do whatever the hell I wanted.
As
like,
you should. It's your wedding
Yeah,
day.
they were great, and they worked with us like hand in hand too. And
Yeah.
like everything just went perfect with the DJ. But that's like one thing where I was like, okay, I feel like that I thought it was going to be more expensive than it actually was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, flower
Maybe they'll go up now, but
Yeah. I was also like the wedding venue I booked to was also actually still being built.
yeah,
So I actually got a
good deal.
good deal on it because it was still being built.
Yeah.
And like even everything was cheaper than a lot of venues nowadays because everything was like still in the works and in the process. And I will say it was tricky at times because there was a lot of turnover with like staff and like
Yeah.
communicating and like planning your wedding, but everything ended up going good. And I
Yeah.
would say one thing too that I would have is a day of wedding coordinator. My venue provided this, but like they were on it. Like they kept everything moving.
agree.
Like they knew what we were supposed to do, took us to where we needed to go. And like I think that's actually a really important thing. And if you don't have that, you should contemplate maybe
Yeah.
hiring someone just to keep everything on track unless you
Yeah.
can delegate that to like a family member.
I agree.
But-
I don't know if you need like a. So I had a lot of help like
Yeah.
with my wedding. Like the minute I started doing the save the dates, I was like, no, like I can't do this. I don't have time. I don't know what font to use. I literally don't know anything. So my sister's one friend used, her name's Amanda. She owns like Bocce Design, and they do all of like, they did all of my stationery stuff. They did
That's really nice.
my like save the dates, my invitations, like all of like the wedding, like our like table seating and like everything on the table, like all of like the signage and stuff she did. And I don't know what I would do without her, but our venue also came with like a wedding planner.
Yeah.
And that was super helpful too, because she was also there running the show. Like I've been to weddings where like the venue didn't have one, or they had a really crappy one, and like you're like, when do we go? Like, when does this start? Like, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And there's just so many things. And also as the bride and groom, like you shouldn't have to worry about those things. So
No.
I'm all for like hiring help. Like if
Yeah.
you can, if it like you can financially do it, like hire someone to help you, because I feel like I was so less stressed because they just like ran the show for me.
Yeah.
And I got to actually enjoy it.
Yeah. And I did do my own like save the dates and everything like that,
Yeah.
but I did it in a
God bless
very
you.
strategic way. Like
I couldn't.
I got everyone's like I had an Excel spreadsheet, and then I can't remember what I used to actually like make the invites and save the dates and stuff.
Like the Knot or like Minted or something.
Yeah, it was some,
Yeah.
some service, and I just like plugged everything in one time, and then it kept
Just
all,
worked.
everything. Like
Okay,
it kept
that's
everything
nice.
organized. So like I didn't have to go re-add anything.
Okay,
Like I
that's
would just be
nice.
like, okay, doing the save the date, boom, addresses are all the same.
Yeah.
Doing the invite, boom, all the same.
Yeah, that's
so
nice.
like I did do that, but it was like I had help from my family though, because they had to gather all of the addresses for like people that we didn't know.
Talk about a stressful time. I think that was the worst part.
That was
is
hard.
hunting down people's addresses, and then like it's fine, but people move. So then you're like, "What's your new address?" Like,
yeah, you're like texting them like, "Hey, what's your new address?" And
Yeah.
like, that was time consuming.
Yeah.
And then even like making the guest list was like, again, time consuming because we knew like obviously immediate family, best friends, like that's all fine and dandy. I kind of had the same thing as you, where like my family is huge. Like
Yeah.
my dad's side of the family is big, my mom's side of the family is big. Like we just have big families, where my husband's side of the family is like much smaller. So like we did have him invite some of his like second cousins and like people like that I did not invite because my family is already
Yeah.
ginormous anyways.
You gotta find the cutoff.
Yeah, so we
It's not
didn't
personal.
Yeah. And we did like extend that to a bit, but where we struggled was with first of all, people wanting to bring +1s when they didn't get a +1. If you're not given a +1, don't fucking ask to bring one. It's rude. And
Yeah.
second of all, if the invite says no kids, that means no kids. Don't show up with your kids. The only kids we had at our wedding was the ring bearer and our flower girl. And they could stay all night if they wanted to. If their parents wanted them to be picked up by someone, they could have them picked up. But like those were the only kids that were allowed at our wedding. And I'm glad I did that because I don't want screaming kids running around, taking up all the space on the dance floor. Like,
well, and it's also like there's some inappropriate songs and
Yeah.
stuff that like you want to dance to. And we did No Kids at our wedding too. And I guess we can get into that more when we talk about like more pet peeves.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
we'll save that.
We'll save
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought. Put a pin in it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Oh, and then like parents' friends like wanting to invite more of their friends, and like I think there's a difference too, because like my parents' friends that they invited, I literally call them like aunt and uncle,
Okay.
and they're like friends that like, okay, my dad was the best, like he was my dad's best
Yeah.
man, and like I wanted them there anyways.
Yeah.
And they just happened. Like I keep fucking banging.
I know,
my
sorry.
bing, 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 bing. When I have CTE after this. Anyways, it was like people that I wanted to be invited. They wanted to like invite friends. Ben and I had never met them. And this is not like,
It's not a,
this is not
family
something for
reunion
you
meet
to
and
show
greet.
off,
Yeah.
like show off to your friends. Like that's not the purpose of the wedding. I just think people think the purpose of the wedding sometimes is about them and try to make it about them.
Yeah.
When it's literally not about you at all. It couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth.
Yeah.
It's about your son and your future daughter-in-law
Yeah.
getting married
I agree.
and like enjoying the time with everyone there.
Like Chad's family is small or whatever, and Chad's parents have like a very big like core group of friends, but Chad and I like know them.
Yeah.
So I was like, they were very happy to have them at the wedding. But I like after the fact, my dad was like, well, I have a couple family friends that I wish like were invited. And I was like, I'm sorry. Like you could have, but then it's like, I don't know.
And
like,
then it's
I
like
don't
more
feel like
people-
they needed to be there.
Yeah.
But like I felt bad a little bit, but I
Also,
mean,
like-
and he didn't make me feel bad about
Yeah.
it. He's like, well, so and so like, they asked how your wedding was, and I'm like, well, maybe they were just being nice and asking how my wedding was. And then my dad was like, well, I probably should have invited them. I'm like, they didn't take it personally, and
Yeah.
like, it's okay.
And honestly, at some point, people get relieved they don't get invited to every
yeah.
single wedding, because we've had a ton of weddings, and
Yeah.
this is the first year where we've had. I think I only had your wedding this year, which is
Oh, that's nice.
very nice. Like it's a lot. Like
It is a
financially, like everything with weddings, like it's a lot.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
Wedding website. Do you think it's worth it?
I did a wedding website, and I think it was worth it for people to quickly, like, if they didn't have their invite, to quickly look up where like the venue was with the address
Yeah.
and stuff. But like, I don't think you need to put that much work into it.
So I did put a lot of work into
yeah,
it. But
I
then
don't
Chad and I still had people messaging us like a month out, a couple weeks, like, what time is this at? Like, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
so if you threw away our invitation,
yeah.
then go on our website. But then I'm like, maybe people don't know we have a website, even though it was on the invitation and the save the date. But then
Did you
I'm
do
like,
a QR code? I can't remember.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like I should have.
So I would say if you're gonna
but
do,
also if you just Google like Kaylee O'Donnell, like Chad Powell,
Yeah.
the Knot or whatever, like it does pop up.
yeah. So to make it one step
Yeah,
easier
a
for
QR
people,
code.
a
Even
QR code.
RSVPs.
So I did not do like the send the RSVP back in the mail, because I
Oh,
was
I
like,
did.
I know you did. I was thinking stamps. I'm like, stamps are so fucking expensive.
They are.
I don't need.
And so many different types. Like our
Yeah. I'm gonna lose them too when you send them
the
back
designer
to me.
was like, "What stamps do you want?" I'm like, "I didn't know I had choices." Like,
I didn't
that's
get any
crazy.
fancy stamps. I'm like, throw the
No, I
fucking
didn't either. I
American
think
flag
they're,
on
like,
there.
waterfalls.
We're good to go.
Yeah.
Like I didn't do
God
like
bless America.
like, and I think that was like one thing, like the invites and stuff, I did not go crazy on, because I was like,
I
first
did.
of all, me being me,
For some
I know you
reason.
did. Yours was like, she
For
had like
some
5
reason.
different pages in there. They were gorgeous invites.
They were.
But I'm going to tell you what most people do when they
Throw
get their
'em out.
invite. They fucking throw them out. They save the main thing with like the date, where it's at, the time.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And then they throw everything else out. So I'm
I
like,
know.
I'm not going and spending a ton of money on these invites, because what's the purpose, I guess? I think it's
I
nice.
guess that's really smart.
But, well, you know, your wedding was very like, everything was perfect. Yours
Well,
was a
thank
picture
you,
perfect
but
wedding.
I did go a little overboard on it, but like at that time, like that was important to me.
Yeah. And
No,
again,
I won't regret it. But
yeah, it's just like a learning thing.
Yeah.
Like these are things that were our experiences, so you guys know.
Yes.
Like,
just
so
think again if like it's important to you or not important to you.
yeah, there's certain things like if you are on a budget, there's certain things you can cut out. Like you don't need super expensive wedding invites.
Yes,
like just do
that's
cheap
true.
ones. Like
Yeah, if you want to put that money towards
yeah,
something else,
and
definitely.
also okay, back to the QR code. Use a QR code because first of all, it's very easy and it's pretty much foolproof proof to figure out. They just scan it, takes you right to the wedding website. And I did my RSVPs. That was one thing. If you're gonna do your RSVPs online, you need a wedding website. I did my RSVPs online, and it was so nice. It was so easy because I didn't have to worry about getting things back in the mail from people. I just had them pop up. Their answers were right there, like boom, boom, boom. And then it was just so easy. Like it was foolproof.
So we did the mail in because I was really stubborn and I was like, I want to get the invitations in the mail. I never get mail. I want invitations in the mail.
I hate getting mail.
I love it. When I would get like 8 in the mail, I was so excited. I was like, who RSVP'd? Who RSVP'd? And I was so happy.
Is the same.
But also, then the mail is not very reliant.
No.
So my one aunt, she sent her invitation. Well, funny is I think it was like Easter. She went to go hand me the invitation. I said, nope, you can put that in the mail.
You're such a pain
She
in
was the
ass.
first one. I know. She was the first one to send it in. She was the last RCP I got because like something happened with the mail.
Yeah.
And I mean, I knew she was coming, but still, but there was like a lot of cousins. I marked them as no because I didn't hear from them.
Yeah.
And then like 3 weeks before our wedding, I got the RSVP in the mail and it's stamped. Like when they sent it, and they sent it in a very appropriate time. I just didn't get it in time. So then I was happy because 10 days before our wedding, our the amount of people was due.
Yeah.
And I think I added like 10 more people on because I just marked them as no. I was gonna like text them and ask them later, but I just marked them as no. And then they actually RSVP'd yes. And I was happy, but I also was like, oh, I probably should have just done the QR code.
Get a dress that you're comfortable in.
Yes.
Get a dress that you're comfortable in. Something that you can dance in. Oh, and also I'm a big proponent of like a second outfit change.
Yeah.
You don't know how heavy a wedding dress is until you actually try it on.
Yeah.
Wedding dresses are heavy as fuck. Okay. Yeah. And I'm a sweaty girl. Okay. I need airflow.
Yeah.
So like as soon as everything formal was done, I hopped right into my second outfit.
Yeah. So I was actually on like the verge of not doing it versus doing it because I love that you did it. Mm-hmm. And my sister did it too. And I love that she did it. And my other friend Maddie did it too. So, and I just loved it. But then when I got my dress, actually my dress wasn't that heavy, but it also had a very big slit.
Yeah.
So
you had
even
good
though
airflow.
it was like 90 degrees that day, I felt comfortable.
Yeah.
And then I brought a dress that I bought it for my bachelorette and I never worn it. And it wasn't anything like fancy.
Yeah.
But I just like brought it because I was like, if you do want to change, maybe even for like the after party or something, like just bring it just to have it. And like as the reception's going on, I kept thinking in my head, like, do I want to change it? Do I want to change it? And I was like, no. Like I'm fine. And then at like the transition of the end of the reception into the after party, I like went into like where like the girls like had all of their stuff, and I just like was staring at the dress and I was like, let's just change.
Yeah.
And so I changed, and I was so happy that I did.
Yeah, I feel like at your after party it was the perfect time too because it was outside. It was still warmer out, so it was just like the chill end of the night.
Yeah. And I was like just like more comfortable.
Yeah.
Even though my dress was like super comfortable.
My dress was also very comfortable.
Well, when we tried them on, like pretend to like dance around and like literally don't feel silly doing it because if you're uncomfortable, because there was one dress that I liked, but my arm, like the strap was not comfortable. And like if I went like this, it like hurt my like arm because like, the design or whatever. And I was like, I'm going to be so mad at this. Like, don't get this dress.
Yeah. And I don't like I'm obviously we like being comfortable.
Yes,
so like when we were trying on dresses, I was all about comfort.
Me too.
And make sure you find a good seamstress.
Yes. We had the same one and she was literally the most amazing
Miranda's
person.
Vintage Bridal.
Yeah.
Shout out her. She was amazing.
Unbelievable.
And she makes you so comfortable.
Yeah, she does.
And like any little thing that was bothering me, she's like, oh, I can fix it there. I can fix it there. Like she was great.
Well, this is just something that I haven't done yet. I haven't wrote my thank yous yet, and I really am not looking forward to.
Yeah, this is a hot piece of advice, hot tip. For your thank yous, get one of like the generic like printed thank yous where it says like thank you so much for spending your night your like and spending your special night with us and like blah blah blah. And then you can handwrite in like it was great seeing you. You have to write me a thank you. Like,
I'm going to write you a thank you.
I think this is
Abby did so much for my wedding. She's my best friend. She
didn't do anything.
She made me this very cute little scrapbook the morning of my wedding and had me in tears. Thank God before my makeup because I was literally ugly crying galore. I was like literally bawling because she sneakily asked all of my family members and like my closest friends she put a scrapbook of the pictures of them and everybody had their own page and then they all had like either like a handwritten note. And to be honest with you, I haven't even read all of them because they're so sweet that I like am not prepared to like cry and like feel emotion like that again. Yeah. But that was like so kind.
I just think it's like a nice memory.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's go back to setting rules. So I'm going to put two of these together even though they're kind of not the same. If a wedding invitation specifically says attire of some sort, like formal, black tie optional, or black tie, I think it's really important to follow that. Thankfully, I don't think I saw anybody at my wedding that went against it. So I had a formal attire, like it was not optional. Like you had to be like, more, but formal to me is not like formal long dresses. I got married in June on a hot day. It was more for like, I didn't want to see
guys in khakis.
Yes. Or like golf shirts or like a hat.
No, a golf polo. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And I know it was really hot, but like it was important for me that everyone sort of like looked really like their best. Like, I
for
just wanted
photos
to see
and
like
stuff.
good, like everyone like dressed up and like look really nice. And for pictures, like selfishly, I wanted everybody to look good. Yeah. And everyone looked really good and I was really happy. And I know not everybody cares about that, but if somebody cares enough to put it on their invitation, just follow it. Because I've been to weddings where like there was a dress code and there's always like one or two people that like do their own thing. And I'm like, just don't do that.
No, like, you look like an asshole.
To the kids thing. If somebody says, adults only, do not take it personal. Like, just don't take it personal and just end it there. Like, and don't question kids and don't text the bride or the mother of the bride or anybody else mean like, hey, are my kids the exception? Can they come? No, because if your kids were invited, you would know. Like they would know. We had exceptions. Yes, I have two little brothers. Obviously they were invited. I have two little nephews. Obviously they were invited, and my niece. And she was obviously invited. And then I had people question like, well, there's kids coming. Like, why can't mine come? And I'm like, you don't get to question me. And all of the kids are my niece and nephew or my brothers. Like, and I don't need to explain myself to you. And just accept it.
If you don't like it, then don't come to the wedding. If
and I had that at my wedding.
Yeah. If you're that upset about it, don't come. Yeah. And if you can't find a babysitter, not her problem.
Like, also, just follow the rules.
I will say, too, with doing the QR code online, something that helped eliminate this problem for me is, like, they would scan their QR code and they would search their name. And so, like, when you search your name, it would show up Kaylee O'Donnell and Chad Powell. And, like, that's it. And that's it. So there wasn't an option. These are the two people that were invited. Yeah. You pick your meal you want, and that's it.
On the invitation, I just felt this is where I should have been more clear. Like, just pretend you weren't married and like you didn't get a +1. It would just say like Abby, like Miss Abigail Georgie.
That means just
and
you.
And guest means Abigail Georgie plus guest. Yes. Or Abigail Georgie and Ben Strachan. That obviously means like two people. And if I wanted the whole family, I would say Abby Georgie and family, or like Mr. and Mrs. Georgie plus family or something.
Like how the envelope is addressed matters. It will tell you if your family is invited. It will tell you if you get a +1. I want to bring my friend. No.
Yeah, this isn't like
I've been to so many weddings where I didn't have a +1 and I had so much fun. Yeah. Because I'm just dancing with the gals. Yeah. Like, we're just having a good time. You can go solo dolo to a wedding. You will be fine. You're going to have a fun time. Agree. And also the bride isn't going to stick you with like people you don't know sitting at the table. They're gonna put you like, with your other friends
that you feel comfortable with.
Like I had some people that were single and I did not give them a +1 because I'm sorry, it just seems unnecessary to me, especially with the cost of weddings. But they had other friends going that I knew they could hang out with.
Yeah, I know.
So like if it's like someone completely random that doesn't know a single person at the wedding, I might give them a +1 just so they feel comfortable and can enjoy the night.
Yeah.
But like if I know you're gonna have other friends there and you know like we're good, no, it's not happening.
I agree with that. And oh my God, why do I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say?
I don't know. I think we have like dementia today.
It's Sunday. No, I really can't think. Like a little pet peeve of mine. No showing a wedding. Like you can't do that. Like I'm sorry, but plates now are at least $120 or up. Like we didn't look at a venue that was less than a $150 a plate.
Yeah.
So like you showed a wedding. Like you can't do that. Like you literally can't unless like something happens. But like there were like a couple people at my wedding that just didn't come. And it's like, you don't have an excuse.
Also, you got this a year and a half in advance. Yeah. So you've known about it for forever.
Yes.
So the only reason you should be no showing a wedding is if something happens.
Yeah. I agree.
Obviously, you can't control that.
No, and that's not what I'm complaining about.
Yeah.
I'm complaining about someone that like just doesn't come because they like maybe didn't feel like it.
Right.
Or maybe they forgot. And I'm like, how did you forget?
Yeah. I don't know how to say this without sounding like a complete and total bitch, but like pay for your plate. Like when you're giving a gift, you should be paying a decent amount for your gift.
I agree.
Okay.
I don't think this is a strong opinion too. I might get hate for this, but I don't think that you should put less than $100 per person in a card.
I agree.
So that means if I go to a wedding, pretend I didn't have Chad. I go to a wedding, I'm putting $100. If me and Chad go to a wedding, it's at least $200. And I understand that there's financial whatever, but you have a year to save up $200. Registry, get stuff off the registry. And if you don't, if you don't get something off the registry, get them a gift card from where they're registered.
Yeah, don't go fucking
nothing
off
else
book.
To the side, okay? Yeah. Unless it's something special like my one cousin, they got us like a hand painted picture of like our first house together, and I thought that was thoughtful.
Don't like go off book and get stuff, especially because we both lived with our partners before. Yeah, like we had a lot of stuff already, and like a lot of the stuff on our registry was like nicer, newer stuff.
Correct.
And
because we don't have like nice.
Yeah,
we have
all
good
of ours
stuff,
like,
but it wasn't like nice. So I'm like, this is the time to. It was maybe this is wrong, but it's time to ask for like the nicer stuff.
Yeah, and if you don't want to give it, don't give it, but don't give something like off script. Okay, pet peeves. So I think everyone already knows my biggest pet peeve. It's anyone that's unsupportive of what the bride and groom wants for their wedding, and if they don't support it, then get the fuck out of my face.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Also, thank you all. We had so many write-ins, so thank you for that.
We did have a lot of write-ins. Okay, so we'll start. I think we're just gonna start from the bottom and go to the top.
Okay.
Bridesmaids accepting the role of bridesmaids and then not helping or supporting.
Yeah. So these are things that you guys wrote into us.
Yes.
So.
This is things from the listeners.
That makes me sad.
Yeah. And I hate to break it to you, but if your bridesmaid did this, they are probably honestly not one of your true friends. No. Unfortunately.
They should be there with you every step of the way. Whatever you need, they should give it to you. And if they can't give it to you, they will help you get it.
Yes. And none of your bridesmaids should be causing like increased stress on your wedding day.
Not at all.
I didn't have a single one of my bridesmaids. And you know what? A lot of girls talk about drama that they have like on their bachelorette trip or on their wedding day between the bridesmaids. I had none of that. My bachelorette trip was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
We had so much fun. There was no drama. We were shaking our asses, laughing our asses off.
It started off with a little drama, but not because of the girls, but because of the airplane.
Okay.
Decided not to take off.
Yeah. Long story short, we were supposed to go to Florida for my bachelorette, and
Spirit Airlines decided to cancel their flight as we're in line to board it.
Yeah, as we're in line to board it. So cancel the flight. So fuck you, Spirit. I never will fly you again. And there was no flights to get down there.
No, so if you guys are familiar with Cleveland, we do have a smaller airport.
Yeah.
Me and our other friend Morgan, we went to every airline that was open. And when's your next flight to Florida? When's your next flight to Florida? Nobody had anything until like Saturday night.
Yeah.
And at one moment, me and Morgan are like, we're renting a car. We're renting a van and we're gonna drive down.
They were trying. I'm sitting on the floor. I'm literally sitting on the floor in a ball. I'm like this. I'm curled up.
We'll post the picture we have because we have to.
I'm crying. My sister's kneeled down next to me trying to like cheer me up.
Yes.
And this is I'm gonna say it, and I love my dad so much.
Oh, he did not help.
No, my mom was working because we were flying out on a Thursday night, and I called my dad and I was like, Dad, they canceled our flight. Like we can't go. There's no flights to get down there. My dad's response was, well, you shouldn't have booked somewhere where you had to travel to. Should have just stayed in Ohio.
Not helpful, Big C, at that moment like, when your daughter's crying.
I'm literally sobbing. So I just like hung up the phone. I felt even worse and like bad about it because you feel bad because your friends paid, you paid, and like luckily we didn't get money back from the Airbnb, which
but at the end of the day, I didn't even care.
Yeah,
we got everything else back. But we ended up going to Put-in-Bay. I didn't know. So Abby's grandparents used to have a house by Put-in-Bay. So like we used to go in there and have fun. There was one Airbnb left on the whole island, and I didn't even look at it. I just said book. Look, there was no option. We were going there, and it ended up being the best time.
We had so
I've
much
ever
fun.
had.
We had so much fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Anyways,
I would say. My bachelorette, I didn't have a lot of drama, but I did have a lot of people back out. I invited like 14 people, and at the very last minute, it ended up being just 6 of us, which is totally. I had the best time.
Yeah, I had a good time too.
But it made me sad. Like I actually like cried a lot about that. Because,
I know you did.
I just wanted to have like a really good time with like all of my friends. Yeah, you guys made me feel so special, and it was the best.
I have a couple things to say about this. And mainly because it pisses me off because I know how good of a friend she is. And I know how many bachelorettes you went to.
Yeah.
And you paid money to go to all of their bachelorettes. Yeah. And then they backed out because they can't afford it.
Yeah.
When you've spent money doing all of their stuff, supporting all of them, and they couldn't save the money when they knew. I mean, you texted us a year in advance with the dates. Yeah. And we specifically picked dates where everyone was free.
Well, that was one thing too, is because
don't tell me you can't go now.
No, I picked the one date that 13 out of the 14 people can go. Mm-hmm. And the one that I couldn't go is my other best friend. Mm-hmm. And then in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, well, if I knew all these people were going to back out, I would have
switched the date.
The weekend that she could have came.
Yeah.
Because I like wanted her there.
Yeah.
But I was trying to accommodate for everyone. So
more people.
Another thing, go with your gut. Just do what you want to do, and then the people that show up will show up for you.
And you also
leave it at that.
You can't back out last minute for the bachelorette because you end up screwing everyone else over because we got a huge Airbnb because we had so many people that were coming, and then everyone last minute is backing out. Mm-hmm. So you fucked everyone else over. It's not cool. Okay. So if I just know how it really pissed me off because I know how good of a friend you are. Yeah. And the fact that these people couldn't come and support you for whatever reason really like grinded my gears. I'm a very protective friend.
Yes, she is.
So like it really really got me. This is from one of my friends, Morgan Wesley. Love her to death. The DJ accepting song requests from guests when specifically told not to.
I mean, that's a DJ fuck up. You can't do that.
That's a big DJ fuck up.
Yeah.
And also, at her wedding, I don't know what was going on with this DJ, but like, he was not a professional at all. He
go off of
her list? Like
she gave him a specific list, and he was like, no.
He was playing I'm not going to play whatever the hell he wanted. And so Morgan kept going up to me because I was her matron of honor. Yeah. She's like, hey, can you go like talk to? I went up to this DJ probably 20 times and yelled at him.
Let me tell you, you just saw how protective Abby was. You don't want it. 1, in person, and 2, on the wedding day where all she cares about is you being the bride. And if you're not happy, no, you don't want to be on the other end of that.
No. And so I kept going up to him. I'm like, hey, she wants you to play the songs from her list. And this man had handwritten the songs on a piece of paper that she chose.
You even already have like a playlist
to check. It was just checking them off. I was like, do you have the wrong list written down? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, what?
So
no, I feel like that's a bad DJ.
Yeah,
so definitely like
do your research on a DJ.
Yeah.
Both of ours were great.
Yeah. Well, I didn't actually do that much research on mine, but he was recommended to me.
Yeah.
And then I did and then I went on his Instagram and I was like, oh, he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And then he was the best. So
All of my vendors came as like recommendations from my venue.
yeah.
Actually, I can't remember if my DJ was or not, but
Well, they were really good.
yeah, they were really good. I mean,
Yeah.
And
I feel like reviews are very important. Like, look at a review.
and if the bride says no one can request songs, that means no one
can request
I
songs.
specifically
But if you
told our
have
DJ, and
yeah.
I said the only people that can request a song are the girls, the bridesmaids, and the bridesmaids' dresses. Those are the only
Yeah.
people besides me. Okay, so this is a big one, and I really feel bad for people that this happens to because it's quite unacceptable. You should never be stealing the bride's spotlight. It is her
Yeah.
day. She has worked at least a year,
Yeah,
probably,
at least.
to plan this wedding. One of our listeners wrote in that her now sister-in-law announced her pregnancy at their wedding after their first dance as husband and wife. Could you imagine?
No. I can't imagine that at all.
Oh, lucky I wasn't there. Like,
After their first, like, I'm thinking about my wedding and like our first dance and how special that was. Like, who gave you the microphone to say that?
and who gave you the permission?
Yeah.
I've seen like videos where like someone proposes during a wedding.
But like the bride is
in on it.
So I feel like that's different.
And another thing, if you feel like you have a big announcement or something you want to make at someone else's wedding, don't you dare just
Yeah.
run it by the groom.
yeah. Oh no.
Don't you frickin' dare.
This one they probably don't even. They're not listening to
First
you.
of all, they're not listening, and they did pretty much nothing to plan this. Okay.
they didn't spend all of their time.
So no, you ask the bride, and if
Yeah.
you don't have the balls to ask the bride, then the answer is no.
Yeah.
We've learned, we've grown, we're mature.
Yeah. And everything we complain about, we're not perfect.
Oh,
I
no.
think
God,
everything
no.
I've complained about, all my pet peeves, I have done or do.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why I can say them because I also do them. Yes.
Yeah, we're not perfect. When someone RSVPs no to the wedding and then they show up,
Who would do that? You're not going to have a chair and you're not going to have a meal. So what
Yeah.
are you doing there?
I don't know. That's like, that should not be happening though. Like, we have all caps. We have no room for you and don't even like you.
I need to know who wrote that.
I'll tell you
That's
later.
funny. I did have one time I forgot to RSVP to my cousin's wedding, but she already knew I was coming.
Yeah.
I did feel bad because like I was one of those people that didn't mail in their thing, but she already knew I was coming. But I did feel bad about that. But like if it was like the week before and she was like I didn't account for you, like that's my fault.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna show up.
Late night snack.
Oh,
Do a late night snack.
Need.
That was,
Yes, that
we
was
had
the
a late night snack.
best.
She had a late night snack.
Yes.
Do a late night snack.
Oh my God.
It's
You're going to
so-
want it. Even if you think you're not going to want it because it is extra money, it is worth every single
Yeah.
penny.
That is something I would 120% do over.
yeah, I agree.
At the end of the day, just do what's going to make you and your
Yes.
partner happy.
Yeah.
Like that's really all
I
that
agree.
matters. If anyone tries to tell you otherwise, if anyone else tries to tell you otherwise, they're not truly supportive of
Yeah.
you. Really like examine who your bridesmaids are and who your groomsmen are because they are the people that are going to be supporting you throughout this journey, and
Yes.
it can be a very stressful journey.
It can, and they're gonna see the like not pretty sides of you.
Yeah.
Because
And I'm going to say, like, my husband and our relationship, when we were wedding planning, we were not in the best place.
I do feel like that. I feel like me and Chad were because he really was like not involved.
Yeah. And I
So
think
I-
I had a little bit of like anger towards Ben about that a little bit because I felt like I was doing all of the
yourself.
work
I
by
feel-
myself.
Yeah, because at one point I was like, I need your opinion.
Yeah, like I need like and if you genuinely don't care, this goes back to the other episode. If you genuinely don't care, don't complain about it
Yeah.
at the end. And he didn't. I mean,
Yeah.
but it was just like one of those things that it is very stressful. You have multiple sides of the family trying to
Yeah.
give input. They want certain things. It doesn't matter. None of that matters.
No.
The only thing that matters is what you and your partner want and what's going to make you guys happy and what's going to make a memorable day for
Yeah,
you.
Yeah. Amen.
Amen. The thing that I experienced after my wedding was a hardcore post-wedding depression.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else has ever felt this, but I was like, because you spend so much time doing this and planning it, and it's really only one day.
Yeah.
It's one day, and it goes by like this.
The
like,
blink
it goes
of an
by
eye.
so fast.
It really does. Yeah.
And I was definitely like kind of depressed after it because
Okay.
I did have like a lot of fun for part of the wedding. Like there was a part of me that was happy that it was like over with because it was something I didn't have to stress out about anymore. But then I was also like, oh, I just want to go back and like party with my friends and my family again. Like it was just like a good time.
Like we had like the best time at our wedding. I just wanted to be on the dance floor all night long. So then when it was like over, it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Like, that's it.
You don't go back and do it. And a lot of women on our Instagram story have also said like they have gone through like a post-wedding depression afterwards. So just be supportive of your partner, like especially whoever did like majority of the planning. Like just be supportive and understanding. Like they put a lot of time and effort into it. All right, guys. So thank you for listening. I hope this gave you, some sort of insight if you're newly engaged or if you're in the process of planning your wedding. At the end of the day, you and your partner matter.
Yes. The most. The only thing that matters.
Only thing that matters. Yeah, it's your day. You can listen to us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all at 3 Shades of Truth. You can also follow our personal accounts.
Yep.
And I'm at Abstracken, and you are
Kaylee O'Donnell.
So, follow us along, follow us on this journey. It's been really fun. We appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for listening. And we'll be back next week. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.